Hello students, good morning. So far we have read that in the octave session of the sonnet, Milton has presented his problem, his dilemma, his confusion, that if the God himself had snatched away my light, my eyesight, then will he expect day labor from me? Will he expect that I will be performing the kind of works which are supposed to be done in the daytime? Perhaps why he is asking this question to his own conscience, to his own soul, because he wants a negative answer. He wants the answer that yes, you are quite all right. God cannot expect or doesn't expect the kind of works which are supposed to be done in the daytime, as he himself has snatched your eyesight. But his soul answers, or what answer he gets from his inner conscience is what? But patience, to prevent that murmur, soon replies, God does not need either man's work or his own gifts. Who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. So now, this is the answer which he gets from his own conscience. But patience, he talks about his own patience. He says, but patience, to prevent that murmur. Which murmur? That does God exact day labor when light denied? Just to prevent that murmur, just to prevent that idea come up in my mind, it's very soon replies. And what is the reply? That God does not need either man's work or his own gifts. Because these are the two things. Na? Milton was talking about the gift of writing, the creative gift which God has given him. One talent that is given to the poet. So, the passage, what it says, that God does not need both these two things. Neither man's work, what you do or not do, he doesn't need it, and nor his own talents. Because who best bear his mild yoke? What God, uh, the person who bear the yoke means the burden, the mild burden which is given by God, they serve him best. What God expects from us, that we should submit ourselves to the authority of God. We must serve him, we must obey his biddings, we must obey his orders, and we don't need to do anything. We don't need to do these works to serve him. So he says that those people who bear his mild yoke, mild means that burden which is not a very harsh kind of burden, the small burdens, the very light burdens which the God has put upon us, they serve him best, and those people serve him best. Again, I must tell you one thing, that this is the philosophy of Milton, in even in Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained also, that God has created we human beings just to test our faith, and the only thing which God demands from us is to be faithful towards God, through ill or through good. And that is the only thing which is the best service for God. So, again, in this very poem, the same philosophy is presented here, that we don't need to do any special work. We don't need to show his talents which he himself has given to us. But if we bear his yoke, if we bear the burdens of God, that authority, that kind of submission is needed from us, that yes, we are the sons of God, we are the slaves of God. If we had this kind of feeling, if we had this kind of devotion towards God, then we serve him best. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed, and post over land and ocean without rest. And he says, his kingdom his state, his position, his condition is kingly. He is like a king, as we see here on earth in the case of kings. That what happens with the king? The king has a very big army. The king has many servants, many courtiers, many workers in his kingdom. So, in the same state, he says that his state is kingdom. His position is kingly. He is like a king, as we have kings here in this world, in our day to day life. In the same manner, the God is like a king. His state is kingly. He is a kingly person. His status is kingly. So, the position which a king enjoys here, that he has many servants, he has many officers, he has many persons to do the task assigned to them. In the same manner, the God has many persons, many people, many kind of workers, thousands at his bidding, speed and post over land and ocean. Thousands of people are there who, at his bidding, at his command, speed and post over land and ocean. The people, they speed, they run, they fly over land and over ocean at his bidding, at his command. When he commands, when he gives the command, then people over land, means he's talking about all the angels, the demons, the human beings, the birds, the animals, all means at his bidding, at his command, thousands of people speed and post over land and over oceans without rest, without taking any kind of rest. At his bidding, at his command, thousands of people run over land and over oceans. They also serve who only stand and wait. And as is the status remains, that not only those people serve him who are working for him, even those people also serve him who are standing in wait for to receive his orders. So the poet just a kind of big consolation to himself, that even if I am not doing anything for God, even if I am not serving him, still I am doing service to him. How? Because there are thousands of people who are ready, or who are doing their jobs, who are doing their duties for God. They, at his command, they are running here and there, they are doing their jobs. So those people who are not doing anything, but who are standing in readiness, who are just waiting for God's command to do something, they also serve him in the equal important manners. So this is what the poet is saying, that I should not be blamed, or I should not blame myself for not doing anything. Why? Because I am ready to do. I am ready to do the service, and this is the biggest service for God, that if you are ready to work when you are commanded, then you are also as serviceable as anybody else to the God. So, in this poem, we see that in the octave session, Milton has presented a problem before us. And what is the problem? That I have lost my eyesight, then how can I do justice with that creative talent which I have got? But in the sestet section, in the last 6 lines, he has given a kind of solution, or find a solace for himself, that I should not be worried about these things, because God does not expect anything of this sort from me, because he his kingdom, or his status is like a king, and there are thousands of people who are working for him. So he doesn't expect work from me. If I am ready to work for him, if I am ready to serve him, that is also as important as my service, as my work. So this is it. Thank you.